Hey everyone, this is Lynn Wilson. Welcome back to our Tuesday night Fresh Brewed Devos and a cup of encouragement. I just hope that these quick, short devotions of only just one Bible verse that we sit down and dissect has been encouragement to your heart, has just given you maybe a verse that you've never looked at before, or just a verse that sometimes it hits you differently when you hear someone else talk about it. So today we're going to be talking about a verse in Thessalonians, and that would be in the New Testament, 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 11, and it says, "Make it your ambition to lead a quiet life, mind your own business, and to work with your hands." Let me read that again. Make it your ambition to lead a quiet life, to mind your own business, and to work with your hands. That's a pretty hefty verse. If you were to take that down, there are three distinct things that the Lord talks about. Actually four. First of all, he says, make it your ambition. It has to be yours. You need to own it. To lead a quiet life. That doesn't mean a life of no talking like a monk or anything like that. That's just talking about not overdoing it, not getting in people's faces. And we'll go over that probably more at another time. And then it goes into mind your own business. That's something our parents, growing up, your mom, your dad, your grandmom, whoever brought you up used to say, just mind your own business. We say that to our own kids. You shouldn't be in anybody else's business. But the last part of the verse is really what I want to talk about. And to work with your hands. When I was much younger, one of my Sunday school teachers, her name was Janet Emmett, and she was just a great Sunday school teacher. She loved all her kids, and she'd bring you treats, and she'd encourage you, and she made Sunday school exciting. She made it fun. She made it a place I wanted to be. And then I lost contact with her for a few years, and then as I got older, I was in my early 20s. I reconnected with her, and we were back in church together, and we were serving together. And I remember distinctly one night, it was at the end of an event that we had at the church, and Janet said to me, "Can you help me for a minute?" "Sure." And she said, "I'm washing these dishes. Can you just dry a couple for me?" Well, little did I know when I got over there was a pile of dishes. But, at this point, how do I tell Janet that I can't help her? So I actually needed to turn around and help her with this. And as we stood there, she handed me the towel, and she just started talking to me about my life, how was work, what was going on, what's new, how's my walk with the Lord. And she used that as an opportunity to minister to me while she kept her hands busy. But the funny thing is, she had my hands busy, and I didn't even want to do the job. But she didn't say to me, "Hey, I need you to come do these dishes." She said, "Could you help me for a minute?" And she came alongside of me. And she taught me a lesson that I've never forgotten. Number one is how to mentor someone and to share in someone's life. Don't just tell them what to do. Be part of their life. Show them what to do. Work alongside of them. But through that whole process, there's one thing that Janet said to me that I have never forgotten. Janet is now in glory and has no idea probably how much she ministered to my life, how much she mentored me. It wasn't like she said, "My job is to mentor you." She just mentored to every person she came in contact with. And the one thing Janet said to me while she was washing the dishes, she said, "You know what I wish?" She said, "When the Lord takes me home, I want my hands to be busy for Him, even if it's just washing the dishes." What was she doing? She wasn't washing dishes. She kept her hands busy. She was serving the Lord, and she was getting the dishes clean for the church for the next event. But she was ministering to a very young girl who was in her early 20s, who was very impressionable, who could have made the wrong choices in life, who could have went the wrong direction. But I had an older woman who just looked out for me and loved me in a very unique and special way, in a very practical way, and reminded me to keep my hands busy and serving the Lord. I am now well out of my 20s, 30s, and 40s, and we'll stop there. But I have never forgotten what Janet has told me. And there are many times I get down in the dumps, or I get discouraged or frustrated, And I just have to remember, the Lord has many verses in the Bible that talks about keeping our hands busy. And I need to remember what Janet said to me and how she wanted to be busy for the Lord when the Lord took her home. You know, our hands can be turning the wrong pages of a book. Our hands could be using gestures that are inappropriate. Your hand can be touching someone in the wrong way, or your hand can be leaving an imprint on somebody. When you touch them, when you touch somebody, when you touch a life, your hand can be part of that. Your hand could be baking a loaf of bread to share with someone. Your hand could be writing a note to encourage someone's heart. Your hand could be texting or dialing a phone number to lift somebody up. Your hand might be just waving to somebody and just saying hello, and you might be the only one that has ever reached out to them throughout that entire day. And you don't know how much the Lord can use these hands that He gave you. He only gave you two. There's a reason for them. Don't allow your hands to get into the wrong things. Don't allow your hands to touch the wrong things. Constantly have your hands serving the Lord. And just remember 1 Thessalonians 4:11. Make it your ambition to lead a quiet life, to mind your own business, and to work with your hands. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll catch you on the next video.